Well, hey there team, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to RAIDBORN. This is the game that we're having a look at today. It's coming out of Fodex Games. You can see down in the corner, what's this? Marcus Failer. I'm assuming it's a one-man shop. He's had a couple of attempts at things in the past by the look of it. Blade Quest from 2018 looks very similar to this, so maybe he's a bit of a dog with a bone, coming back for round 2 at the same sort of dungeon crawler idea. He's also got something in there called a Corona Simulator. I don't know about that. Bit of a red flag sort of thing. Anyway, so that's the pedigree that we're dealing with. Very small developers, had a couple of attempts. This looks really interesting though. I like the look of it. First person dungeon crawler with a low poly aesthetic. Seems to be a bit of a no-nonsense spiel, cutting through it all, focusing on dungeon runs in a procedural fashion that are quite varied. So that's the setup. That's not bad art, I like that. The first age, year 1453, something or other, I couldn't read it. Introduction 1. After a night of drinking, you wake up in your room. I mean, it's just another Tuesday for me. As a member of the city guard, you have to complete your daily training. You're already way too late. Your trainer, Sir Reynold, is waiting for you. Gather your equipment and meet him at the barracks. To open your inventory, press Tab. Inventory is selected by default. Wooden button backpack. Yep, roger, gotcha. Tab opens me inventory. Got it. Bonza. Alright. And there's nothing in my inventory. And there's a map. Oh, okay, look at this. We've got some... Oh, yeah? I like this already, right? I actually really enjoy the idea of dungeon crawlers, that it's just a dungeon crawler, right? No nonsense. I do, you know, we see... I don't know what to call this. I just call it low poly art. But yeah, having a look at the NPCs, there seems to be, I don't know, perhaps it's just the default suite for character models or something. I don't know what to tell you. Leather armor, can I have that? I can't have the hammer? Huh. But I should put on my equipment before I leave. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Is that how it works? Leather armor? Can I put on arrows? Can I put on lockpicks? I can put on my torch or my wooden sword. Okay, that's fine. Looks, I reckon it looks cool. Talk to Sir what's his face. Alright, yeah. Oh, what was that about? Is there some sort of tearing going on? It looks like it actually. Yeah. These character models, you see them all the time. I don't know. I'm not up to speed with it.
Damn you, you're late again.
Yeah.
How many times do I have to tell you to go to bed earlier? Anyway,
yeah, okay.
Let's not waste any more time.
Right. Oh.
You still have a lot of training ahead of you if you want to pass the entrance exam for the rule. Before we work on your fighting techniques, you should warm up.
Warm up, yep, bit sleepy,
Let's start with something a little easier.
Okay, cool. Right, well that guy's not going to win any awards for voice acting, but that's fine. As we said, it's a small shop. Yeah, I'm getting outrageous tearing. Perform 3 jumps by pressing space. Really? Okay. It's pretty high-end stuff.
Better from you, but fine. Let's move on.
Okay.
Now, do 3 proper squats to strengthen your leg muscle.
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm all for a tutorial, but you got to be careful. The window to get someone captured with a game is small. And you got to be careful putting humor and that into tutorials. Stealth damage depends on weapon you're using. Rogue class has skills to increase damage. Alright, I got to crouch a couple of times.
Okay, enough warming up for today.
Yeah, alright.
Now let's move on to combat training.
Yep.
Draw your weapon and try to hit me 3 times. But... not bad at all.
Pretty basic stuff, got it.
To wake up, aren't you?
Yeah.
Let's try...
Hit me with a heavy attack. Perform heavy attack. And just hold it down, got it.
Can hit a little harder, but other than that, it was okay.
I don't think I physically can,
now
to be honest.
let's try some defensive tactics.
Yep.
I'll attack you now.
Block your attacks. I'm just blocking. Unless you don't have enough stamina, blocking prevents all damage. Okay, fine. Hard mitigation. I'm all about that. Stamina regeneration is reduced while blocking, and each thing costs stamina. Okay, so that's all pretty much business as usual.
Well done. Now let's work on your counterattack.
Counterattack.
The same...
Just parry, keep blocking with mouse, and then press left shortly before the enemy attacks hit you. Yeah, okay. Okay.
As you can see, parry.
Gotta be
can very
careful
useful
when you've
in
got
combat,
messy
especially when
animations
dealing with
and
powerful
telegraphing.
opponents that deliver a lot of damage.
I don't know. What did you say? Kick. There you go. Get kicked.
Kicks can be very effective and even have a chance to stun your opponent.
Yeah, okay.
When you
I don't
kick
mind
stun
kicks
opponent,
as a
you can
mechanic.
Throw them to the ground, which gives you an immense. Of course, this is especially helpful when there are sharp objects or traps nearby.
Yeah,
Now comes the last part of the training.
It's making me
After
think of
that, we eat a
Slash's
proper
Keep.
meal. That could be
Kicking
a whole
dudes into
pig.
walls.
If you want to be a member of the guard, you must also be skilled in archery.
Oh, yuck.
Draw
Archery's
your bow
yucky.
And try to hit the targets back there 3 times.
Yeah, okay, right. Where's me bow? You've received a bow. Equip it. To shoot your bow, hold down mouse left. Okay, yeah, got it. Cool. Equip primitive bow. Whoosh. Whoosh. Good enough. Hit the target 3 times. Might need to change my... Jesus. Might need to change my mouse sensitivity. Yeah, right?
Horrible. You'd better have a look and report back to me if the king's alright. I'll hold down the fort until...
Oh, righto, you bloody sook. Okay, cool. You leveled up and you got a skill point. Okay. Click on the tab on the right-hand side. There are 4 subclasses. You can mix and match and build to your own individual style. Okay. You also receive a new weapon you should equip. Your wooden sword won't do any damage. Green and red numbers in the inventory indicate, yep, we understand that. If you hover over the inventory, you can press buttons 1 through 7 in a quick slot. Yeah, okay, sure. So what we got here? Reinforced club. Bonza. Don't even need to see what the other options are. And I can hotkey that as well. If I was feeling particularly sad, I could use the bow, but I'm not going to do that. No, don't. Roger. Okay, right. Kill possible intruders. Mate, shouldn't I kill actual intruders? Go up to the chef that I don't recognise because he's, you know, or a substitute teacher walking past and kill him. Like, he's a possible intruder. What am I even looking? Oh, it's a tree. Oh, look at this dude. Oh, yeah. Go on then. I'll take you all. Yeah. Sucked in possible intruders. Holy heck.
By the gods, what happened here?
Oh, I reckon nothing good.
Name is that thing that impaled the king.
Yeah.
And why did the guards attack you? They looked kind of possessed.
They did, that's true.
I've always stood up for my soldiers, so you can be sure I'll defend your name. But for now, you'd better go into hiding.
Wait,
Someone
why?
told me about your cabin in the woods. I think that would be a good place to hide. I'll
Why
send
am
you a message
I-
as soon as I know the council's decision. And now...
What? Did I accidentally skip one dialogue or something? Why am I in hiding? Who cares? Whatever. I just want to go to dungeons. Alright, you got my letters. You can read them in your inbox.
I have
This...
informed the council about the current events.
I like that
I
reverb.
thought you might have something to do with the murder of the king.
What?
Tried my best to defend you, but it was not enof.
Well, how come
Although
they
will
suspect
throw
me
you
and not
into the
you?
dungeon, you
This
will be
dude's a bad guy.
dishonorably discharged from service with immediate effect. I'm really sorry, but unfortunately I could not do more.
This dude's
I
an
know
absolute
this pulls
grub.
the rug out from under you at the moment, but I'm sure someone with your skill...
We have
Whatever.
yet to be introduced.
Oh, who's this?
I am Aurelia,
Oh.
a scholar and mage of the
Oi.
Royal Court. Sir Reynold has told me of your fate.
Yep.
I may know a way to clear your name.
Alright,
The council
now obviously,
believes some necromancy
can I pause or anything?
is
We're going to
behind
zip
the
through
magic
this
of the
quickly
king.
because it is an
But I
overview
believe
video. I don't have
there's a
time
much
for walls of
darker power
text.
behind it,
But I don't mind
and that
this,
we are all in
schlocky,
great danger.
you know, voice acting and
Unfortunately,
okay
they do
writing.
not
It's
listen to
cool.
my words. Recently, I was told of a place.
Mysterious
with
crystals emerge from the... Yep,
crystals.
we're going to investigate the crystals. You're now free to do whatever you want, but it's recommended you first visit the city of Everband. You can equip new stuff and get new stuff. Yes, good. Alright. So this is my cabin. Holy heck. I am a trainee soldier of means. Yeah, I'm getting some wild tearing and I don't know what that's about. It kind of fought me on my resolution settings, to be honest. Maybe to be happier at 1080 sort of native? I don't know. Alright, so you want me to go to where? Where am I? Pin, drag, and hold. Oh, it's a bit Arthurian. That's home. And you want me to go to Everband City. Oh, okay, right. That's pretty straightforward. I like that. Hello.
Greetings,
Hello,
friend.
Dora. I'd like to ask you something. Do you have a moment? The council tries to cover it up. These crystals are sprouting from the ground. Do you know who's responsible? A gnome. Yes, you heard it right. There's a gnome. Oh, okay. Sure. They laugh at me. Alright, it may seem to you, but I really need some goblin hearts. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Give you 14 goblin hearts, give me a generic job. That's fine. Now, troublingly, that was just a person I spoke to. Maybe she had a quest giver thing. Yeah, okay, she probably had a question mark above her head. Like this dude here. Hello, Stanley. Last Judgment's coming. Tide as wrath's upon us. Yeah, okay, mate. You want 14 things? I'll get you some things. What about you?
What's your offer?
Trade. Simply click on an item to buy it. You can switch between buying and selling. Okay, well, what are you comparing that to? Is that compared to my currently equipped weapon? Damage. Bone hammer. Ooh, handling? I don't know what that is, so it doesn't really matter, does it? I've only got $560 too, so I can't buy the good stuff. Oh, a heavy warhammer. Land schneck. Okay. Oh, and then cells up here. Well, that's okay. Cool. Alright, we've got the gist, I think is safe to say. Looks like there's a potion. Sell us your best potions. Potions seller. Yeah, cool. Thanks. I'll put that in the back of my mind. There's another question. What do you need?
Traveler.
You need some things as well. Do you want to take the challenge? 10 creatures with headshots? I'll think about it. Okay, right. Right, you and you're selling armor and... Okay, cool. Right. This is a serviceable town. It does its job. Now, this game is going to live or die on its dungeon crawling. Ghost Den. Let's go there. Level 5? Hang on, what level am I? Can I just... Everything's level 5. A new chance. Examine Pendragon Hold. Oh, I don't know about that. It's red. What level am I? Barbarian. I've got skill points. Defender, Knight, Rogue. Let's not kid ourselves. We're playing as a barbarian, right? We don't even need to see what the others do. And then we've got Mastery, Pedal Force, Kicks. Yeah, okay. Two-handed weapons do more damage. Hits will increase your adrenaline, allowing you to activate the rage mode. Give me that. Because I don't think I've got a two-handed weapon yet. You unlock the rage mode, which allows you to increase adrenaline level, indicated by the yellow bar at the bottom right corner. Your adrenaline increases when you deal damage to enemies. Weapons with high damage grant more adrenaline. Funny that. Press G once me bar's filled up. Alright, that's fine. Can I have any more things? I don't have enough points. Do I have... How do I know if it's a two-handed weapon? One-handed, blunt. There we go. Roger. And then G is the go button. And my health still hasn't recovered. Do these hurt? Nah. Immersion destroyed. What's going on with this bloke? Better not be a skeleton. Goblin workers. Just minding their own business. Die. Oh. Stamina. Equipment with better handling values reduce stamina consumption. Or I just kill everyone. It's okay, hang on. I can still keep swinging. Look at this when I'm out of stamina. That can't be right. Oh no. That's a red flag if I ever saw one. Alright, gold received, gold received. So, okay, I can't... Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, look, it's a one-man show. What do we think so far? We think it's okay. Right? Can I... Health potion. Can I put that on 2? There you go. Yeah. Okay, and I auto-loot when I open the chest like that. That's fine. Oh, hello. Alright. Can't interact with any of this. Yeah, okay. Coin pouch. So there's a handful of things that I can interact with, and I'm just gonna have to learn what those are. What was that? Coin pile. Health potion. Yeah. Okay. So a game like this is going to live or die in its combat loop, and to be honest, it's okay. Like, if something's broken, does that make it bad? Or is bad separate of whether it's broken or not, right? Because this isn't necessarily broken. But the blocking, I'll humour the game and go and try and block and parry in that. But so far, my experience, it hasn't been very good. This is, yeah. Alright. Come on then. Yeah, this is... It's not very good. Like, it's okay. You found your first lock. Press the right combination in the keys. Okay. That's kind of cool. I like that as a mini game, to be honest. Silver ingot. Sometimes you find locked doors, gates, debris on the ground. Yep. Find the lever or whatever to overcome it. Or I could just open the door. What's that coming out of the roof? Do I get a map? I don't get a map, so I sort of just have to eyeball the dungeon. So yeah, I actually really like dungeon crawlers. Whether real-time, turn-based, whole kit and caboodle, love it all, right? But you really gotta... The more stripped back it is, and this is very stripped back, the more important the loop is. I mean, the loop's important as well, but if you take all the fluff, all the side, everything out of this game, right? Got a very generic, basic city.
Too easy.
Right? Everything is really generic and basic. Then your loop's got to kill. And if your loop kills, that's nice. But this loop is kind of just... Like, you know, if I had to explain it on paper, it's doing what it's supposed to be doing, right? At the most minimal level. Wait, did I tag something there at the last second? No. Yeah, I mean, it's cool, but that's guesswork. You just keep spamming random. It's not a puzzle, it's just a brute force spam, right? So there's actually no skill in it other than the ability to remember what combination you've tried. Like, it feels like it could be something good. Do you know what I mean? There's potential for there to be a cool lockpicking mechanic there, but instead it's just a generic brute force. Alright, let's see if we can finish this dungeon. But yeah, can I have like a double-handed weapon or something, game? Nah. Might have to sell things and buy them. Yeah, so like I said, on paper the loop's there, right? We're going in, we're bashing dudes, we're gonna pick up treasure, but the block and counterplay is just... There's no real good force feedback on it, right? Think about your demon souls and all that sort of stuff, right? we really got to nail those iframes and those sort of parry windows and that. And this just is, it's soft. Yeah, now the real problem is, how do I explain what's going on there? Let's see if I can try it. I'm swinging, and I'm waiting for his animation to telegraph, and I'm pressing right click. And then like pressing attack. So while I'm mid attack animation, I'm going and holding right click because I'm getting ready to block. And I'm anticipating in the animation his swing. So what I'll show you in real slow time what I'm doing. I'm swinging, right? And I see him charging up, and so I hold right click, and then because I can anticipate the next second of animation, I can see it happening, I'm pressing that. Do you understand? So I've slowed it right down. I'm swinging, I'm spamming left. The guy goes to attack, I see him winding up, I hold right click, and then I'm pressing that as I time the window. But there's a problem, and it seems that my left click input overrides my holding right click. So if we speed it up now, what I'm doing is I'm spamming left click now, and then I'm gonna hold right click, and then press left click after I hold it. See what's happening? It's not registering the right click. I'll have to stop the animation, and then, oh my god, you might have even heard me audibly click. Oh, that's so, it's bad. It's actually, the verdict now is that it's bad, right? Right, so, see, I went to block. I went to block and then parry. Yeah, this is really bad. So we just spam. We spam health potions. That's all we can do here. Yeah, I hope that's clear, because it's so difficult to explain feedback and force, well, it's not force feedback strictly because I don't have a controller vibrating or anything, but I'm pressing this, I anticipate the attack coming, I hold right click and then I press counter. Instead it does this. It just keeps swinging. It just keeps swinging. My block doesn't override my left click input. Yeah, so this is just brute force. It's just brute force and hope you don't run out of lockpicks. Yeah. I mean, clearly the dudes put a bit of work into this. You know, I always find this art style to be a little bit of a red flag. I don't mind the environments and all that, they're pretty cool. But you see the same character models popping up all the time all over the place, and I'm like, okay, well. I'm not against people using some sort of asset pack, right? Because that's probably something I'd do, because I'm not an artist, right? I'm more engineering. I'm more, you know, I've done programming and that in my past. So I would be more inclined to just jam pre-existing assets in myself and focus on making a really good gameplay loop instead. But that's the problem. If you bring assets like this to the table, which is actually, honestly, that's part of why I give games like this a bit of a go. Because if you're using these generic assets, I'm kind of, a part of me is like, okay, well, where'd your work product go then? Surely it went into making some wildly unique and solid gameplay loop or something like that. That's what I expect. Because that's what I would bring to market personally, you know. If I had the time and play around, I'd love to. Though I'm probably much more of a production type person. If I had the play and the space and the money and the time, I'd probably bankroll other indie companies. You know, I'd bankroll developers. So I've run out of dungeon. Is this dungeon complete? Oh, what? So we just... Oh. So you just grind on it? I mean, is this a different dungeon? It looks different. Different dead dudes. Yeah. Okay, so what's the verdict? Well, it's playable. God, that sounds terrible. Again, I was musing before, does a game have to be broken before you can call it bad, right? Because I would think the term in that case is broken. And it happens to be bad because it's broken, right? If you reference the channel, the video should be live by now, actually. I put up a video of like Father's Farmer or whatever, Family Farm or something like that. And that game is broken. It's bad because it's broken. This isn't broken. It's just not very good, right? It's got pretty basic assets and all that in there. Cool, which means, you know, if you were going to bring a B+ gameplay loop, I now expect an A gameplay loop because you brought generic art, you know? And it'd be vice versa, to be perfectly honest. You go down the more visual novel sort of route, right? If you don't really have much of a gameplay loop, I expect that you would have more beautiful art direction and assets, because maybe you're less of an actual programmer that made that game and you're more of an artiste, right? So the sword cuts both ways. So in this, generic sort of assets, generic sort of gameplay, everything's just average across the board, right? Now, none of this is wielded with vitriol, right? I'm not a negative clickbait channel. If you've made it this far and you're new, hello, welcome. You know, maybe the developer's watching this. Maybe I'm one of the few people covering it. Know that, in my heart of hearts, I do not like going and taking games to task. I'm not a negative person with a negative clickbait channel. I actually despise all the YouTube channels that all they can do is just sell negativity and bash games. However, that does not mean I'm just going to pretend everything in this world is good and smiling and rosy. This game is subpar to average. And to be honest, in the flourishing indie market of 2023, current year, that's not good enough, man. It really isn't, you know, and, you know, we see plenty of single developers that absolutely smash it out of the park with their first attempt, their thing of passion. And, you know, maybe people think I'm being too harsh, or maybe I'm just the only person out there that's actually willing to say, honestly, without vitriol and without some sort of negative, mean-spirited angle, it's just not a very good game. It's not that it needs work, it's just Fodex Games needs to make something over and reconsider it all and just do it better, basically. Anyway, it sounds cruel, but it's just me being honest. Team, let me know what you reckon. We might just leave it there for the time being, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.